Hey guys, just thought I would drop a little tip today. It's no secret around here, I'm not a Ned Rig fan, or let me change it. I wasn't a Ned Rig fan, and I went a while and didn't really catch much on it. And to be honest with you, last fall I kind of started tinkering around, and I came up with another little twist. I'm sure there's probably other people doing it, but it really works for me. It seems to catch them everywhere I go. And anyway, last week's video, that's what I caught that fish on. So I thought I'd share it with you. So here we go. Basically what I'm doing is so many of the Ned rigs, they have the little round head on them, kind of a stand-up type head. But I'm actually doing something a little different. I'm actually using just a bullet head. And what I'm doing different is, first of all, I really like these here are Strike Kings, but I like the regular Senko as well. And what I do is, instead of buying the little Ned Rig worms, I've just been trying to cut these in two. And be honest with you, I'm using scissors, but normally if I'm on a lake, it's just, I just pinch them together with my finger, just pinch them off. But anyway, you can use both ends. This is very beneficial. I'm always kind of a tightwad, so that kind of helps. This hook is bigger. I pour these heads myself. That's what I throw my finesse worms on, that kind of thing too. But so all I do is I cut that in two. Then I try to line up most of your stick baits like this will have a seam in them. And so I will try to hook that thing up with that seam to keep it as straight as possible so it don't get twisted. I just Texas rig it. Instead of having an exposed hook, what happens for me, and I got to doing this out on Crooked Creek, when I would throw the Ned rig with the exposed hook, for some reason, that current will take that thing down the creek and it hangs up. So after the first time of doing that, I thought, well, I'm gonna try this, do something a little different. So I've got the little bit bigger hook. I've got a 3/0 hook, and I'm just Texas rigging it basically. And with the bigger hook, it really works good. That small hook that you usually get on Ned rigs, it's probably not gonna go through your worm like it needs to. But anyway, it's an ugly rig. I just simply Texas rig it. Just like that. Biggest bunch of nothing. I don't know what they think it is. Must be a bait fish or a crawdad or something. Whatever the case, I like to do it in a watermelon. This right here is a green pumpkin. I like doing that. And it seems like that darter head, it just kind of lets it swim in the water. So it looks really good in the water. And I'm telling you, they just eat it up. So anyway, like I say, I haven't been an Ned Rig fan until I got to doing this. And it's like turning the lights on for me. Now, I don't know if, I know a lot of guys just go out there and just mob up on them. But this right here, you can fish in a lot of places. It doesn't really hang up. I bet I can count on one hand how many times I've hung up and had to break off. So that's a good thing. As far as rigging it, what I'm doing is I'm throwing it on a little bit heavier line than a lot of guys do. I'm throwing it on 8-pound test. You could probably do it on 10, but I throw it on 8-pound test fluorocarbon. I'm using you can use a 2500 reel. This one here happens to be let's see here. It's a 1000 size. It works really good. And I'm using a 6/8, and it's a custom made spinning rod that it's a medium heavy is what it is. It's a little heavier than most people do with the exposed hook. But anyway, just wanted to drop you a tip. If you hadn't seen my video from last week, well, it's a Crooked Creek video. It's my first fish of the year. I'll leave the link down in the description. So anyway, I hope this helps you catch more fish. I'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Bam. Okay, just one more bonus tip. I got to thinking about it. Something else I do that saves a little money is it doesn't seem to matter which end of this thing you use. You can see this one here, it's tapered. That's the end that's tapered. But like I said, I use the other end. That saves some money. You can also use both ends twice. So it really doesn't matter. I hadn't seen much difference in hooking it even through the tail, turning it around, finding that seam, and hooking it just like that. I haven't seen any difference in the number of bites. So just another money-saving tip. Again, I thank y'all for watching. And if you like it, please like and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all next week. Thanks.